Belize is a small country with a very big heart. It rests quietly in a unique corner of the world. To the east, its shores are kissed by the warm, clear waters of the Caribbean Sea. To the west, it is embraced by the lush green jungles of Central America. This special location makes Belize a bridge between two very different regions. It has the relaxed, island feeling of the Caribbean, and it also has the deep, ancient history of the Central American mainland. This blending of worlds is the first thing you notice about Belize. It is a place where you can feel the pulse of the sea and the pulse of the forest in a single day. This nation may be small in size, but its spirit is vast and its geography is incredibly diverse. Imagine a coastline dotted with hundreds of small islands, cays. These cays are protected by the second largest barrier reef in the entire world. The Belize Barrier Reef is a wonder of nature, teeming with vibrant coral and countless species of marine life. Moving inland from this aquatic paradise, the landscape transforms dramatically. You will find rolling hills, dense tropical rainforests, and mysterious cave systems that whisper tales of ancient rituals. This rich variety of environments makes Belize a sanctuary for an amazing array of plants and animals, from the majestic jaguar to the colorful keel-billed toucan. The country shares its borders with two neighbors. To the north lies Mexico, a country with its own rich history and culture. To the west and south is Guatemala, a land that shares Belize's deep Maya heritage. These borders are not just lines on a map, they are connections that have shaped Belize's story over centuries. People, ideas, and traditions have flowed across these frontiers, adding new layers to the nation's identity. This constant exchange has helped create a society that is open, welcoming, and familiar with the rhythms of its neighbors, yet fiercely proud of its own distinct character. Belize stands as a testament to how a small nation can hold its own, right in the middle of it all. Being the only country in Central America where English is the official language adds another fascinating dimension to its identity. This linguistic distinction is a direct result of its unique colonial history, setting it apart from its Spanish-speaking neighbors. Long before any European ships reached these shores, the land we now call Belize was the heartland of a great and powerful civilization. The first people to build a complex society here were the Maya. Their story in this region began thousands of years ago, around 2500 BC. They were not simple farmers, astronomers, mathematicians, architects, artists. They developed a sophisticated writing system and a precise calendar that tracked the movements of the stars. The Maya transformed the land, building magnificent cities with towering pyramids rising above the jungle canopy. These ancient cities were bustling centers of life trade ceremony. Caracol, Xunantunich, Lamanai, Altunha were home to tens of thousands of people. Caracol, at its peak, was one of the largest Maya cities, even larger than modern-day Belize City. The people built massive stone temples, palaces for their rulers. They constructed intricate water reservoir systems, vast agricultural fields to feed them. The echoes of this incredible civilization can still be felt today. Exploring these ancient sites is like stepping back in time, walking the same stone plazas where kings once ruled and priests performed sacred rituals. The Maya civilization was deeply connected to the natural world around it. The story of Belize took a dramatic turn in the 17th century with the arrival of Europeans. These were not colonists sent by a king, but rather English adventurers, Scottish adventurers, and loggers known as the Baymen. They were drawn to the coast of the Bay of Honduras by a valuable resource: logwood. This dark, heavy wood was highly prized in Europe for producing black dyes, purple dyes for textiles. The Baymen established small, rugged settlements along the rivers, including what would later become Belize City. Their lives were difficult, as they had to contend with tropical diseases, challenging terrain, and frequent attacks from the Spanish. To cut the heavy logwood, and to haul it, and later mahogany, the Baymen brought enslaved Africans to the settlement. These Africans were forced into harsh labor in the logging camps, enduring immense hardship and cruelty. Over time, as relationships formed between the European Baymen and the enslaved Africans, a new culture and people began to emerge. This was the beginning of the Belizean Creole or Creole people. Their language, a vibrant mix of English and African languages, became the common tongue, a language of survival, resistance, and identity. Another important group arrived on the shores of Belize in the early 1800s. These were the Garifuna people. They brought with them their unique culture, their language, their music, their spiritual beliefs, adding another rich layer to Belize's growing diversity. The origin of the name Belize is a topic that has long fascinated historians and linguists, and honestly, it does not have one simple, universally accepted answer. One popular theory connects the name to the Maya language. Belize may be a corruption of the Maya word Belix, muddy water. That fits the Belize River perfectly. The river flows from the Maya Mountains down to the Caribbean, carrying silt and sediment, especially in the rainy season. Another theory ties the name to early Europeans. It traces back to a Scottish buccaneer named Peter Wallace. Legend says Wallace set up a settlement at the mouth of the Belize River in the 1630s. The Spanish struggled to pronounce Wallace. It sounded like Vallis or Belize. Over time, that pronunciation may have evolved into Belize. A third possibility links the name to Africa. Enslaved Africans brought to logging camps may have carried similar-sounding words with them. In Yoruba, the word Baal can mean to be on top or the head. Given African descendants' role and numbers, such a word could have been adopted and adapted locally. Ultimately, the true origin remains shrouded in history, a puzzle with several solutions. Each theory tells a part of the country's story. The Maya theory ties the name to ancient people and natural features. The Peter Wallace theory ties it to early European settlers and rebellion. The African theory honors the legacy of those whose labor built the colony. Belize is often described as a melting pot of cultures, but honestly, a better description might be a vibrant mosaic. Each cultural group maintains its own distinct traditions, languages, customs, while contributing to a shared national identity. This cultural richness is one of the country's greatest treasures. The Creole people form a large part of the population. Their culture is influential throughout the country. Belizean Creole is spoken by almost everyone. It serves as a unifying force, bridging gaps between ethnic groups. Creole food like rice and beans, brook down music that tells everyday stories. Garifuna people concentrated in Dangriga, Hopkins, Punta Gorda. Garifuna culture recognized by UNESCO. Garifuna music, drumming, chanting. Garifuna dances tell history and spiritual beliefs. Garifuna language mix, Arawak, Carib, African languages still spoken. Dugu ceremony preserved by elders. They celebrate arrival in Belize every November 19th. Music, dancing, pride. Mestizo people of mixed Spanish, Maya descent, and are the largest ethnic group today, primarily found in northern and western districts. Their main language is Spanish. Culture reflects indigenous heritage, Spanish colonial heritage. Mestizo food, escabeche, tamales. Music and dance like the zapateado. Maya communities, Yucatec, Mopan, Quechua, each with own language and customs. East Indian communities, indentured laborer history. Mennonites of German descent, known for farming and simple life. Recent immigrants from China, North America, other parts of Central America add diversity. For much of its history, the economy of Belize was built on the extraction of natural resources, a practice that began with the first baymen. The first major industry was the logging of logwood, which gave way to the more profitable mahogany trade. This forestry-based economy shaped the country for generations, creating a dependence on a single export and defining settlement patterns along the rivers. While forestry is no longer the dominant force it once was, sustainable logging still contributes, managed now with a greater focus on conservation. In the 20th century, the economy began to diversify. Agriculture became a new and powerful pillar. Sugarcane became the king of crops, especially in Corozal and Orange Walk. Citrus thrived in Stan Creek. Bananas in the south also became vital. The most significant economic shift has been the rise of tourism, now the single largest contributor to the country's economy. Agriculture remains important. Tourism drives jobs in hotels, restaurants, tour guiding. Aquaculture grows, and oil discovered in 2005 adds a complex new element to manage responsibly. In conclusion, Belize stands as a remarkable example of a nation small in size yet immense in spirit and complexity. Its story is not a single, simple narrative but a rich tapestry woven from many threads. From the ancient Maya who built cities that touched the sky, to the resilient Baymen and Africans who forged a new society, to the proud Garifuna who carried their culture across the sea, every group has added its unique color and texture. This history of migration, survival, and adaptation has created a country that is truly unlike any other in the world. The identity of Belize is found in its incredible diversity. It is a place where you can hear English, Creole, Spanish, Garifuna, Maya spoken in a single market. It is a country where different cultures live side by side, not just tolerating each other, but sharing in a common national pride. Beyond its people, the natural beauty of Belize is a core part of its identity. The nation has wisely chosen to protect a significant portion of its land and sea. Belize is, in essence, a country defined by its connections between sea and jungle, ancient past and dynamic present, and most importantly, between its many different peoples. The untold story of Belize is the story of a small country with a powerful message, that harmony can be found in a symphony of different voices, all singing the song of one nation.